Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Anime Colosseum, baby! This is the 1 year podcast anniversary, and we are so glad you could all come. And we're happy that you came to see us. Yes, I'm doing that on purpose. But first and foremost, let's do the roll call. Starting off with me. I am your glorious, amazing, ancient, super thick, awesome, totally the best of the best, greatest, only tits alive. I am the mistress of rude and raunchy. I am the queen of eternal winter, ice, and snow. I am color never melt. I'm glad you saw where I was kind of going with that. I'm glad you saw what I was doing with that abyssal. Thank you for noticing that. But yes, I am color never melt, baby.
It's kind of weird to have an ice-themed character be incredibly horny. Just saying.
Now then,
exactly,
next
they'll never see her coming.
Pause.
Oh yeah.
Next is my dearest and closest podcast co-host. Now, she is absolutely amazing and my favorite simp in all 9 levels of hell. My sister from another mister. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Erica Iron Blood.
Technically, I live in the underworld, and it's more of a inspired by Grecian mythology, but whatever.
Potato! Anyway, take the bow.
Curtsy.
Yes, take the bow, Erica.
How are y'all doing? I am Erica Ironblood. I could be your angel, but I'd rather be your devil. Hope everyone is excited for the anniversary stream.
Yes.
Podcast episode thing.
Yes, get excited! Woo!
Yeah!
Now, number...
No. Keep it on. Actually, no, you're listening. You can probably listen to this in your pajamas.
Exactly, or butt-ass naked. It's a free country. Now...
Yeah, I mean, apparently some people consider being naked as their pajamas.
Anyway, with that being said,
What if there was an emergency?
Numero tres amigos is my other dear friend, the third person to join our little podcast, the Master of Chaos, and has also been from 13 sectors. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Abyssal Tech!
Just don't ask how I got stuck in the wall socket, and we're all good.
Hold on. I don't think I've ever heard of a member of the Adeptus Mechanicus joining the Chaos faction.
And all fairness, I kind of, didn't know what to read.
Gala just threw in Chaos in there for no reason, I guess.
Don't worry. Yeah, but you've still been, 13
It's theoretical chaos, not actual warp glue sniffing chaos.
Okay. So it's more chaotic, but not chaos Okay, yeah.
It's chaos that... I'm chaos with a lowercase c, that's chaos with a capital C.
Okay, thank you for the clarification.
Yes.
I almost thought that Kayla did not give a shit about, lore and shit.
Yes, and I'm also pretty sure that, just hopping before. Hello, Livius and Demon King, welcome, and thank you very much for joining. Thank you for the happy anniversary. And also before I forgot one teeny tiny thing, the intro of how I wanted to start this little podcast off. Cock-a-doodle pussy! It is fun to say vulgar things. Shimonetta, Erica, Erica. God damn it, Erica.
Oh, yes, Shimonetta.
And I will have seen the...
I don't think we put Shimonetta on our list.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But anywho,
To be fair, I had to I had to shave off a lot of anime off of the list of ones I was providing.
Mm-hmm. Now then,
Yeah.
with that being said, let us introduce our final, and who knows, maybe there'll be another member, but for the time being, uno dos tres cuatro, numero cuatro.
It's
Our
Cowboy
amigo.
Vivi!
Wait,
Oh, wait, hold on.
what?
This isn't Discord. Never mind. Sorry. On screen, he looks normal, but in Discord, his icon looks like Cowboy Vivi from Final Fantasy IX.
Okay,
He's
gotcha.
clearly a Digimon.
Yeah, it's Gunmon from Digimon.
Okay.
Yes, but anywho. So, our final fourth member, the quickest gunman in the West. He is fastest to the draw. Ladies, he's open. Now, everyone give it up for Alex the Kid.
Or Silhouette Kid.
Or Silhouette the Kid. I don't know which one to really, go with.
No one knows what he is this day.
But Alex, say hi.
Guten Tag.
Very good.
Yeah. Guten
Yeah.
Tag.
Yes, guten
Guten
Tag.
Tag.
Guten Tag, konnichiwa, bonjour, aloha, and many more. Now, I wish I could figure out how to get some legal music to kind of give you like this nice little music in the background, like doom 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 doom, like at a rave or something. But I wasn't sure which one was legal, and I didn't want to go through all that shenanigans. So yes, I do apologize for the bass
To be
drop.
fair, the Why Do You Come, the music, basically the music that the Why Do You Come meme, or comes from, is public domain.
Okay, thank you. I'll remember that next anniversary.
I just forget what the name was.
Alright, well, I'll remember that for the next anniversary. But anywho, yes. So, this is the month. Not only is it my glorious birth month that I was brought into this godforsaken world, but thankfully I am fabulous, so it's not all that bad. And also there's you assholes who I've, grown to care for.
And
friendship.
it's also the birth month of Pipkin Pippa, Coro Midas,
And my glorious, supreme, superior empress of the entire universe, Empress Donna. Also, my master.
Okay.
Well, it's even my birth month.
Huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
My birthday's in a few weeks.
Oh, okay then. Well,
Congratulations.
and
then.
also, Bissoteca. Now then. This, I'm gonna be honest with you. To let everyone in the audience know, this is not gonna be a usual, let's talk about, a certain type of anime. This is gonna be more so of, let's chill, let's talk, let's just, get to know each other, especially since me and Erica did all, first episode, let's get to know each other. But Abyssal Tech and Alex kind of came much later, so we're going to at least get to know them a little bit more. It's also the date that Crabs fries. I see. But, yes. So, we're going to talk about, just random things, anime things, kind of get to know Abyssal and Alex a bit more, and mind you, just, basically your hobbies, your interests, things like that. You don't have to give them your, social security number and your blood type. But anywho, so first and foremost, happy anniversary, Erica, Alex, and Abyssal. It was fun while we, did this entire shindig. And also, thank you to my dear friend who made the background, the anime Colosseum background that we see. Potato. He did a fantastic job. Love it. I still use it to this day. And yes, so this is the anniversary, like I said, for the 100th time. However, the thing is, first and foremost, I'm gonna be real with you, Erica. I know we play Switch Our Stories where you suggested, but I misread it and said, could you? Either way, I'm kind of glad that I did misread it, because I'm going to be real with you. I need someone to bounce off of. I need a straight man. And you are the straight man. Yes, yes, obvious joke here.
Not really.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, like if you had to put it in Splatoon terms, I think the one that's like gothic is Kari, and the other one is Marie. You are more so Marie, more serious tone than I am. But
Cool.
but yes, we also have a straighter man, and yes, that was a pun and a joke, and that being, of course, Abyssal Tech, and in technicality, Silhouette slash Alex, who also, adds something, unique and great to our little, podcast. But first, let us talk about, let's let the audience, since they got to know me and Erica, Abyssal, why don't you tell the audience a bit about yourself? Let them get to know you.
I mean, what do they want to know?
That's a good question. If I had a lot more viewers, I would have been able to, have them ask. But, you know what, let's just go with, basic things like, your Abyssal Tech, your, hobbies, things you're into, maybe your favorite food, anything, even your favorite color if you want.
Blue, by the way. But yeah, I think I'm pretty much the oldest person on this podcast.
How old
maybe
are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm in my 40s.
Okay.
Ah. Yes.
So I've actually kind of in the theme of this podcast, I've seen so much anime come and go over the years.
I see.
Like back when I was first getting into it, it was like we maybe would get some of the older jet stuff like Speed Racer. We got Dragon Ball every now and then. A lot of people
Pair.
did not see Dirty Pair until after I grew up. But
to be fair, Dirty Pair was passed around conventions.
Yeah.
I'm also
We
going to
didn't
say
even
this.
have conventions.
I also want to say this. I love that story that you told us like a few podcasts ago, where you said that when you went, off to, the military, it was the beginning of the Majin Buu arc, and when you came back from the military, it finally ended.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
That is still so ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't help but laugh at it.
Yes. But alright, now Alex, you're up. Tell the boys and girls at home a little bit about yourself. Again, your, favorite thing, favorite color, dinosaur, minus purple by the way, and the Triceratops.
I'm not really sure what to talk about, to be honest.
I know. Just, let them get to know you. Like, hobbies, basically, what is your YouTube, about,
Well, essentially, I'm an artist. I do different things. I haven't been any comic books in a while, so, but that is something I actually did study in college for. I do stuff with I do character stuff, like I do like fan art, and I have my own characters I made.
Nice.
I also do NSFW too. It's a bit of safe work in NSFW. I really don't like discriminate between either one. I'll probably be doing two. I'll probably be doing what?
From everything that I've heard, NSFW pays the bills.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, it's a sad reality, but
Why is
It's
it
not
sad?
I mean, yeah, like I don't think it's sad.
I mean, and I'm not sad like in that regard. More like you want to be a wholesome chungus, but then well, I gotta be horny or something like God. I just want to be wholesome. But continue with your thing. I got something to really add with that though. But continue with your thing, Alex.
Uh, uh um, sorry, I'm really bad at this. I don't,
Don't,
I really don't know what to talk about.
don't worry, you're doing a good job.
I'm really not.
Believe in
When you
Um,
yourself.
want to when you want to draw characters, but God cursed you with the ability to draw feet really well.
well, I mean, about that, it's just mainly just, the main thing with that is that feet and hands are hard to draw. So I'm very
Mm-hmm.
impressed with anyone who's able to do either one.
Yeah,
And I feel like, that's just a skill you need to kind of have.
and then I also know that feeling because whenever I draw with the feet or especially if they're facing forward, always a pain in the ass. But with that being said, then okay. So first, before we really get into the major anime, I do want to kind of derail for just a teeny tiny second and talk about me to more expansion here. Now, and no, not breast expansion or weight expansion. You perverts. But no. So, here's a fun fact about me. When I first started this, when I first started doing the whole, wanting to be a VTuber and things like that, I was actually gonna be wholesome. I know this well to hear coming from my mouth. Yes, haha, funny. But I actually wanted to be, a clean slate individual and basically make, clean content. But the teeny tiny itty bitty little issue about that is, well, there's some individuals, we'll say, I'm not going to use certain words, but we'll just say individuals who didn't like etchy, who didn't like, anime tropes of boing boing. And as I'm watching these live reactions of the individual, like, seriously, why? Which, by the way, why are you watching this from the get-go? But that's beside the point. It kind of had me thinking, you know what? There needs to be someone out there who, well, can be the voice of lewd. Basically, there needs to be those of us who stand against these Puritans and keep anime, well, anime, as in as is. Keep it with the boing boing, keep it with the panty shots, keep it the way it's supposed to be, or how the creator decided it should be. But Erica, tell me, do you have a did you kind of start this whole shindig like a good noodle, or were you you when you first started?
Wait, what?
Okay, so
Basically, she's asking how your kind of character changed and your attitudes to things.
Originally I was a goblin VTuber, and then I decided it was partially because there were just at the time a huge just oversaturation of goblin VTubers that I was like, I'm gonna rebrand to something else. So I decided a essentially devil lolly military lolly esque character would be pretty interesting. As at the time I was really into Yojo Senki,
mm.
and yeah.
You know
It
the
was
funny
also
thing. Oh, well, go on.
also I was watching, playing Azur Lane. Sorry, I have the allergies.
Oh.
seasonal allergies
Mm.
happening.
As most perverts do, she was playing Azure Lane.
Yeah, a lot of my favorite ship girls were from Ironblood, the Team Ironblood, so I changed. So I'm basically Erica Ironblood. So yeah.
Ah, nice, nice. Kind of, bounced on me real quick. The fun thing when it comes to my VTuber, I was going to go for a more of a, Lulu Ona, aka the Icicle Woman. But the more I kept, evolving my character, if you will, the more she became more Oni-ish. And it's like, you know what, I might as well go. And I know there's Oni VTubers, but how many Ice Oni BBW VTubers are there? Also, I was going to go with pigtails. However, the issue is there's so many characters with pigtails, and it's like, I couldn't, I didn't want to be the 100th, pigtail user. But, anywho, okay, so Abyssal, how did you kind of start off your shindig?
Honestly, it started with scuba diving.
Hmm?
I got my scuba diving cert and was doing some dives, and I'm like, you know what? This would be cool to post on YouTube. So I did. And I'm like, okay, yeah, and got some interactions. It's actually, let me see real quick. But yeah, and I was eventually like, maybe I could actually get some traction with this a little bit.
That's a nice story. Like, I didn't know you had a thing for scuba diving. That's interesting.
Not too many places where I can actually do it
Mm-hmm.
out here where I am.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the nice things about moving here soon is I'm going to be a lot closer to areas where I can actually go diving,
Mm.
and the water's not freezing cold.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
bonus.
All right. And then after that, I started like playing a bunch of train games and stuff. So I was posting those. Those did decent. Some of them did decent anyway. I got 11 likes on one of my videos
Yay.
from 2021. So I can't say I've hit the big times, but I mean, I actually came up with the whole name Abyssal Tech I was when I got into the game World of Tanks.
Mm-hmm.
I was a technician on a submarine, so was bouncing around the names. I'm like, oh hey, I work in the Abyss. I'm tech support. There we go.
Ah, nice. Also, I absolutely love hearing how people came up with their names because it's always unique to see how they came to this conclusion. But nice. Is there anything else?
Uh, Not really. I mean, I'm sure people might have a questions sooner somewhere around there, but
Alright, Alex, you're up. So, did you first start as a cowboy or what? What is your, journey?
As far as like, God, and what's the question again?
The question is basically, when you first started this whole, shindig, were you always, basically Alex the Kid? Like you got, the cool, interesting story of Abyssal Submarine shindig, and you got Goblin Erica and me, who was, in technicality, a Salulu Ona, aka Icicle Woman, and I was going to be Wholesome Chungus, but, well...
Oh, okay. Well, I kind of went by different names before. I used to be called Alpha Neos before. I had a whole I posted work on like DeviantArt art for a time. Although I honestly, honestly, for the most part, I didn't really get a lot of attention, or at least the attention I wanted on there. Um, I don't know if it would be different now since I think my skills have gotten a little bit better over time.
Mm.
Um, but I was definitely starting out, um, and I think looking through my gallery, you can probably kind of like notice the, I guess, changes over time and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Uh, then I moved over to a different website to do NSFW stuff, and that was like when I started college, I think,
Mm.
and I think that was at the time I was kind of like I kind of had like an understanding of certain things and whatnot to where I could improve and whatnot, and I was also starting to get more into digital art. Well, I was using digital art before, but I was getting a little bit more. Um, I guess that part was improving as well. Um,
Ah, well,
sorry,
nice.
thoughts. Sorry, my thoughts are trailing off. Um, yeah, and it was on another website. I was called I named myself Silhouette of Kid because it was it's how I was feeling at the time.
Huh.
Um, I didn't feel like I was I didn't feel like I was like I guess I didn't feel like I was an adult yet.
Oh, I thought the kid part came from Billy the Kid.
I mean that's more like the Alex the Kid kind of thing. The Alex the
Ah, okay,
Kid
okay.
thing is it's a reference to the video game, and it's also just a cowboy thing.
Ah.
That was something that happened. That was something that happened while I was when I had graduated from college afterwards. I had spent a whole year basically like um I literally had the room to myself because my brother had moved out.
Mm.
Um, and he was starting college at the time, and I had the TV set to yes, what was it, the Stars Western channel, and
Mhm.
it was on that for a whole entire year, and I started getting really into cowboys. So
Ah, nice,
um,
nice.
yeah, so that's that's kind of part of it there. Um, but yeah, the Silhouette Kid thing is just uh it really is just and it's basically just how I was feeling at the time. I mean, I still kind of feel that way. Still, I don't know if it's just something that is just a mindset you have to be in or whatnot, but
Mhm.
it it's definitely something that I don't know if it's going to change at some point, or maybe it's just the
Oh,
state of my life at the moment or something like that. I don't
hmm.
know,
Like
but
I like to phrase it, cleverly disguised as a somewhat functional adult.
But no, that is very nice. And again, I loved your backstory, how you came to be, Alex. That's great.
thanks.
Mhm. Well then, but without that said and done, let us at least get to the main event. Or we at least got to know a bit more about Abyssal and Alex and their origin story, basically. Let us talk more about the main topic at hand, which of course is anime. Now, let me just turn on the hootenanny and slideshow. There we go. Now, for those of you who are wondering, no, we are not going to be talking about. Hold on. Goddamn.
You also have the seasonal allergies?
No, no, I still had like a bit of cereal in like my tooth and kind of decided to go down the wrong pipe. Okay. Okay, I am okay, everybody. Don't worry, I'm used to choking on something, well, if you know me, you know exactly what I choke on. But anywho, so, yes, but no, we are not going to be talking about every single itty bitty anime here, because let's be real, we would be here all night, and I got work in the morning. I think Erica
I
has
also work in the morning.
Yeah, and I like no. We do not have that kind of time, my friend. So, well, this is just for you, the audience, to take a looky-loo at what we decide were our favorite anime from, our first anime all the way to, well, basically right now, what's going on, right now. And also, just to let you know, for me at least, and I'm pretty sure for everyone else, this is just kind of a at the surface, because believe us, there's a whole lot more. This is just, again, the bare bones to give you an idea. We got action, comedy, romance, ecchi, the whole 9 yards, because we are, complex. And also, Alex, I gotta say, I'm kind of surprised how many of them you and I have in common. Yu Hakusho show, you got basically Soul Eater, and Dororo. I'm surprised to see, oh, and also ReZero. I am surprised to see someone else who also liked Dororo.
Soul Eater. Who doesn't like Soul Eater?
Well, true. And of course, I chose Dragon Ball Z because, basically you gotta go with the classic. And I want to say, baby's first anime, mind you, that's not an insult. It's kind of a, it's either Pokemon or Dragon Ball Z is your first anime you're gonna come across. 9 times out of 10, there might be the occasional Speed Racer. I think that. But 9 times out of 10, we think of, everyone's first. It's either the big boy or.
I honestly think it might have been Tenchi Universe, actually.
But anywho. So, however, with that being said, though, let us talk about first our very first anime, how it all came to be. And I know we always talked about this, but this is kind of more so a nice little refresher to make sure that you, if you're someone who watches this before the, I forgot what episode that other one was, but yes, so.
I want to make a joke about Abyssal. Hold on. We'll go after the love of God.
Yeah.
The one time autocomplete does not actually work is when I am typing it. Okay.
Alright, so, as I was saying, when it comes to my first anime, like I said before, it was Pokemon. And I gotta say, I did not know I was really watching anime. Like, I noticed that it was different than Bugs Bunny, Rocko's Modern Life, and Western cartoons, but I didn't really piece the pieces together. I didn't realize that we could get, cartoons from other places. And it wouldn't be until a little later where, well, I discovered that. And then I kind of, thanks to my other stepbrother, who's a really chill guy, he introduced me to Dragon Ball Z. And I just want to say, the intro. Yes, it's a bit cheese, but come on. Dragon Ball Z. It is metal as
Get the
fuck.
Dragon Ball.
Now, Erica, kind of, like, how did your journey begin? I need to get some water. But Erica.
Funny enough, I saw the original Dragon Ball before Dragon Ball Z. And to be fair, to be fair, they had Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z on the same network. So occasionally I would see Dragon Ball Z and then Dragon Ball.
Ah, nice demon. I also, like, until I saw Toonami, or at least late night, it started to kind of click, like, oh, this is anime. But, also, Erica, well, to be fair, I think you're kind of one of the rare cases, because, like, usually, just like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, usually it's the thing of, oh, hey, you know, we watched basically part 3, or in Dragon Ball Z's case, we watched, Dragon Ball Z, and no one really
Technically,
cared.
originally, in Japan, Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball were just called Dragon Ball. It was essentially one single story, and there was just a really long time skip. And then, but I guess when bringing it, either adapting it to anime or bringing it over to the West, they ended up having to split it into 2 parts because of how differently, tone-wise, the 2 parts were.
I
Blame
see.
Toriyama's editor, by the way. Like,
Wait.
a lot of times, Akira Toriyama was like, I want to return to form. I want this to be a gag anime, and his editor is like, what are you doing? Why are they fighting an old man android and a fat android? I want something actually great. And then just hearing out how overly controlling the editor was, it's like,
Yeah,
this makes me sad. It's like, wow.
yeah. But
Akira
Abyssal,
Toriyama just wanted to make a funny, fun fighting manga. It's like, thankfully, he managed to get one.
Yeah.
He managed to return to form with, I think it was Daima. Daima? Like that.
Yeah, but that's kind of hit or miss with the fans. But Abyssal, so how did your journey begin? And
Oh, wait. Were we doing how did we first start watching anime?
well, and on fairness, like as you said,
I
like,
didn't. I was mostly talking about, like, my experiences with Dragon Ball. I didn't.
oh, okay,
I was,
my bad. So yeah.
Oh,
yeah, what was your,
So we had My Neighbor Totoro, but I didn't really recognize it as like an actual anime at the time because it was like I assumed like 5 at the time, 4 or 5. But later when I was like, I don't know, 6 or something, essentially I was old enough to like recognize things and be like, oh wow, this does not look like what I am used to. And I basically saw Tenchi Muyo on Toonami. I was like, oh wow, that is different. I basically recognized it as something different from American, like typical American Western cartoons, basically.
I see.
Because, they had, like, the shrine gates, they had, like, very
Jelly
different
donuts.
looking outfits. There was martial arts and stuff.
And those jelly donuts. Don't forget the jelly donuts.
I don't think, I'm pretty sure Tenchi Muyo was not, since it was on Toonami, it was not localized by 4Kids.
I know, but
It did have localization, but that was mainly to turn the sake into tea and to remove the hot spring scenes.
But damn you, never forget
An
what they
entire
took from
episode
us.
of Outlaw Star was removed when it was aired on Toonami because it was a hot spring episode, and the main plot was his name. I want to say Lone Star, but that's a completely different property.
Star.
The main male lead was basically said, okay, we will give you these powerful magic spell bullets if you go and take pictures of the girls in the in the women's
Spa.
women's baths, essentially.
Yeah, never
Could-
forget what they took from us. But anywho.
Yeah. Anyway, so Tenchi Muyo was essentially my first anime, and then later on we would get the Anime Network, which was either a pay-per-view service or actually it was a actual factual cable network channel produced by AD Vision or AD Vision Films, where they would have their massive library of anime, all for the most part all day, 24/7. There was Action Zone, Girl Power, Giant Robots. There was old school where they would show their old 70s and 80s anime. And then there was Super Happy Fun Time, which was their late night, ecchi, a more adult-oriented anime would be aired. This would be like Colorful 1999, Colorful the movie, Excel Saga, all their various ecchi series like Burn Up Access or Mabaraho or Wandaba Style. We had a DVR, so I would just have it record whatever anime seemed interesting, and then I would watch it. A lot of my favorite anime stemmed from me just watching the episodes of these particular animes.
Ah, nice. Alright, well then, Abyssal, what was your journey with anime?
Generally speaking, I got into anime pretty much watching. I don't even know what channel it was. It probably doesn't even exist anymore.
Probably on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Something, because it was definitely a few and far between thing.
Well, no, wait, hold on. Did you live originally on the West Coast, or are you a more East Coast person?
I was East Coast.
Okay, then never mind. There's this one PBS station where they actually did broadcast anime. And actually, when they aired Lane, the guy apologized, says, normally we try to get you the subtitled versions, but unfortunately, we could only get you the dubbed version. And I apologize. It
At least
took
he said
way too
sorry.
long. Because most people prefer the, at the time, it was still at the time when companies, you couldn't be, so in the beginning, it wasn't a guarantee that the companies distributing the anime would give an accurate translation via their dubs. So if you wanted to have a more authentic viewing, you'd have to go and watch it subbed. I think it was in the mid 2000s, like the 2000s, early 2010s, where the dubbing was as accurate as the subtitles, and then eventually it went to shit. Back to shit being shit. Because, certain folks deciding to shove their bullshittery into the localization. But yeah, back in the days, that they also had to deal with that sort of bullshit. Anyway, I'm sorry, I kind of derailed a bit.
Yes.
I was trying to figure out what,
It's not a stream of Erica unless there's some derailments and a lot of screaming. So.
But anyway. But yeah, so what you doing with your, origin story?
Yeah, it's growing up, I was probably starting around high school when anime actually became popular, almost, or more. It was more allowed.
It was more than a bunch of people passing around a VHS a pirated VHS copy of some obscure anime that they managed to get by copying it from a VHS imported from Japan.
Oh yeah, I couldn't tell you how many of even after I joined the Navy, couldn't tell you how many anime that I had that were just straight up bootlegs because that was the only way to get them over.
Yeah, and then the Japanese are like, why would you not want it to... Just they're not they do not understand like why piracy exists. They're like, why do you not buy it? And they're like, because there is no way to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
so we must copy it.
But anywho, I guess was that it for you?
Pretty much. I mean,
Alright.
Alright, well, Alex, so how did you, kind of, start your anime journey to where here you are now?
Well, it's kind of all over the place, to be honest. I kind of caught some of it on TV. And it's kind of between watching Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. I also watched a bit of Gundam and Yu Yu Hakusho when it was airing. I would say I wasn't into anime or didn't know what anime was at the time, but I just know that it was on TV during the time and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying not to use repetitive words there. God damn it. Sorry, my alarm went off. I say between that and I guess mostly anime you could probably think of that was airing on TV. I didn't probably start getting really into it until I think what was it? It was either between Tanami or just like it was probably Tanami.
Mm-hmm.
But point is, I think I started really getting into it as soon as like Naruto started airing, and I was pretty young when it started airing, so I was kind of around when like literally like the first few episodes, stuff like that. And I think the the first couple of animes that I what am I trying to say? get your thoughts together. Like the first ones I was watching was Naruto, Prince of Tennis, Mayor, which I don't think a lot of people talk about Mayor. Pretty sure that was like, if you probably didn't see a lot of isekai until like you were older. If you saw Mayor, that was probably the first isekai you probably watched.
Mine.
actually, I read the manga before or the series actually. Was able to see the series.
My
I
first was
recently
Inuyasha.
I recently bought Those Who Hunt Elves, and it's essentially an isekai. Basically, these three, I think, Japanese people from Japan. Basically, they have a spell that will send them back, but something messed up during the incantation, and now parts of the spell are on the bodies of several elves. So they basically go around stripping elves
Giggity.
in order to, yeah.
But yeah,
See.
no.
It's an ecchi series.
I think
Yeah,
we can
series,
tell.
series.
Mhm.
But okay, mine was Inuyasha though. But
Yeah.
okay,
My
then.
first isekai, I think, was also Inuyasha,
Mhm.
but it's possible it might be another one because I'm just recently discovering. Oh yeah, this anime is an isekai. Oh, that's an isekai also. Gee.
Yeah, the word hasn't been used until sorry, I was eating, but until much later though. Well, if you're talking about ecchi, my first like when I finally knew what ecchi was, Icon. That was my first full-on ecchi anime.
Mhm.
And also, it got me into, basically more mature things, because, well, as you know, I enjoy boobs. Now, as you know, I also enjoy opailoria.
Mhm.
So,
I can.
hell yeah to that. But, but no. Other than that, though, okay, so, like I said, I was usually like most Americans, where, oh, actually, to be fair, I want to take something back real quick. Because, in technicality, I did watch an anime before Pokemon. This was when I was like maybe 9 or 10 years old. And I remember this was on the Sci-Fi Channel. And the guy that the woman who gave birth to me was with at the time was flipping through the channels. And he stopped on the Sci-Fi Channel. And as it was I would later find out to be called Ninja Scroll. But due to I didn't know at the time, I remembered that it had this dude with a sword cutting off the arm of this demon guy who fell into this that was molten magma. But much later, when I was 19 years old and I had a my girlfriend at the time, we watched Ninja Scroll because she had it on VHS, and as I seen that scene, I was like, wait a minute, hold up. I seen this. I know this. I mean, I only saw it that last part, but still. And also, something like that, as well as, Dragon Ball Z and Yu Yu Hakusho, it was also something that kind of showed me that anime isn't for children. As in, it's not, like Scooby-Doo kind of stuff. There's blood, there's, beating, there's, things I was like, holy shit. And, like, I was at that time, like, 13 years old, when I decided that I didn't want to watch cartoons anymore because, I'm growing up. I can't watch cartoons anymore. Well, the stupidest thing I've ever said, right next to I can't wait to grow up. God damn it, 9-year-old me, why did you say something so stupid? But, no, I've noticed that, when it came to, like, anime, though, Dragon Ball Z, all of them, they had punching, they had fighting, and it was way cooler than, cartoons. Or at least at the time. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like, cartoons. Basically, Digital Circus is great. I, did enjoy My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. I also enjoyed Monster High. I also enjoyed Amphibia, The Owl House.
I think you needed to watch SWAT Cats at your age.
No,
SWAT Cats. We should do a SWAT Cats watch along, yeah.
no,
I
I
remember
think,
watching SWAT Cats on, I think, Disney Channel or something like that.
yeah, I seen SWAT Cats as a kid, and it was fun.
Yeah, you need to see also more Powerpuff Girls too if you want to talk about violence.
Oh no! OG Powerpuff Girls, like literally in the scene, Blossom punches him in the face, and we see blood coming out of his nose. It's like that's pretty metal as fuck for a kid show.
Honestly, I think we found anime and trying to capture some of that in Western animation, we would not have gotten Powerpuff Girls.
Mm-hmm.
I remember shows like Ren and Stimpy, and I'm like, they might have done that already. Like, how was it? How was this allowed to be a cartoon?
Oh god,
Or
yes.
like or Invader Zim. Like
I
there's
mean,
literally an
compared to Compared to the rest of his work, Invader Zim is tame.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Invader Zim.
Consider
Here's the thing: I can eat food and watch Invader Zim at any time. Ren and Stimpy, I cannot eat a damn thing because as soon as they do a gross out thing, well, there goes my appetite.
I mean, I'm just saying, there is literally an episode of Invader Zim where Zim literally harvests the organs of his classmates in order to appear human.
Oh yes, Zim, you have so many lovely organs.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was also considered the darkest episode in kids
Oh,
shows.
and then there's also the one where he basically pretends to make a friend, and then when he no longer needs him, he basically replaces his eyes
Mhm.
with like I think robotic ones, and it makes him hallucinate that a squirrel is Zim.
Yeah, Demon King, the SWAT cast was definitely the best.
Oh yeah, no,
Definitely
don't
one
get
of
me
the
wrong. I loved SWAT Cats as well as He-Man, Thundercats. No,
I
any
remember
basically
Thundercats.
Batman the animated series.
I keep forgetting the name of the show. I found it by accident, but then I forgot. There's like it's like a caveman kind of Conan the Barbarian ripoff. And there's like these two shape-shifting blob creatures.
Yo, I know what you're talking
Thundar.
about.
Thundar.
Yeah,
It's
and had like
Thundar.
this, and like this
Okay.
Triceratops creature thing. Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. I remember watching that as a kid.
Yeah, I also see, and like I
It's
said,
just- literally, I would just watch whatever whatever was on the TV when I was little.
but like,
So I would end up seeing like some very bizarre things.
but like, no, like, what I meant by that though is like when it comes to, cartoons, because let's be real, here in America, cartoons, even if it's He-Man, Thundercats, and all that, are still aimed at children. Don't get me wrong, Batman the Animated Series is by far the greatest animated Batman
XLR was
ever.
fucking awesome. Fuck you, Cartoon Network execs. You suck.
When we talk about like the stuff that was aimed at children, I mean, Shonen was aimed at young boys, so
Yeah, dumbasses are like, why is shonen anime manga so pervy? Blah, blah, blah. Maybe because it's aimed at young boys that are like going through puberty or something. Like they're at the specific age.
Not just that, but one thing to throw out there too. I guarantee you, if it was their little yaoi fan fiction nonsense like they want with Bakugo and Deku, they would shut up. But like no. Overall though, yeah, you're right. No, shonen is for boys, but Goku did punch Frieza to the point where his fist literally went into his stomach, elbow deep, and that was pretty hardcore. Like, don't
Yeah,
get me wrong.
it's usually okay. So shonen, it's the range is like 10
Mm-hmm.
to like young teen, like
Yeah, and
like
don't
16.
get me wrong. I don't
after
recall.
16, it's you're going into seinen territory.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. I don't recall any other cartoon where someone, not in a cartoonish way, mind you, basically punched someone in the stomach and it was like elbow deep. Again, no comedic moments. So, but but don't get me wrong though. Thundercats, SWAT cats, goddamn, what the fuck were and people wonder where furries came from. What the hell? But all of that.
They mainly came from Rescue Rangers, and we all know why.
Oh no, we're not. No, if we do that, we might as well bring up Russia and their cult.
Oh, we're not going to talk about that right now.
Yeah, no. That gets to be. I don't know what kind of topic would that be, but that gets to be another topic for another day. I just love that to those who don't know, they're gonna be like, wait, cult, rescue rangers, what? I don't need sleep. I need answers. But no. Again, they had some, pretty good shows, and I'll be honest with you, not gonna get too deep, pause, but, cartoons and anime used to stand, side by side in being equally as good. Sadly, though, in modern day, I mean, yes, there's Digital Circus, yes, I can't think of any other cartoon that's out now, whether it's indie or not, but there's an issue, not gonna say the word, but everyone here knows what that word is. But meanwhile, anime, it gives you, and here's something, I'm gonna expand on right here. The thing that I love about anime is that the mangaka ask themselves, how can I make this one idea? Oh hell yeah, demon! Yes, yes.
There's
But
literally an anime, albeit it's one of those like obscure 80s like OVAs or something, where this guy has a interdimensional girlfriend, and in one episode she ends up turning into her panties. So
yeah,
she's
yeah,
just
but like,
floating around the house like a freaking butterfly, and
but yeah,
crazy.
like mangaka.
Also, I
Well,
think in this anime, the guy's boss is like constantly trying to hook up with him,
yeah.
and
But
it's very weird.
like I was saying though, while yes, the West can come up with great ideas again. SWAT Cats is amazing.
Mhm.
Comic book characters are also amazing. But with anime, it's kind of a whole new ballpark because they can take the most insane idea and make it into something interesting. Case in point, the isekai vending machine. That sounds like it should not work by any means. It should not
There's
work,
also
and yet it does because the mangaka is a genius of his craft. He can make you want to see how this vending machine, who is basically the soul or whatever reincarnation of a once human, helps
there's
these people defeat a dragon. Like it makes
there's
no sense, but yet it does.
there's also the anime where all the monsters and creatures from H.P. Lovecraft are now hot sexy anime girls.
Yeah, you got the waifus, like you got of
Like
course.
literally, the King in Yellow is now a cute girl, anime girl.
Oh yeah,
A
yeah.
freaking Shogoth or Ghoul or um, can't really say that
You don't.
character's name.
Do you
Um,
actually know which Lovecraft entities are in that show?
I don't know. I,
I know some of the backstories for the
I'm pretty
entities.
sure that there's a Shoggoth, and I think there is Neurolepetite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the. I'm pretty sure that's the title character actually.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
cool,
but like,
Renee.
no, but I mean, now don't get me wrong. When it comes to that, like, anime waifus or 10 out of 10, no matter what area you go to, hot, sexy, appealing, they know how to attract, males and females. Now, yes, I will play devil's advocate. Sometimes American cartoons can do a damn good job, like, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, My Awakening to Colosseum. Well, that and also Killer Clowns from Outer Space, thank you the two clown girls. But, and no one's surprised, I'm sure.
Nope,
But,
not in the least.
it's just another Tuesday with Carla. But like, no, no. You got like, Jessica Rabbit, of course. You got basically How Did You Know I Was a Furry, Lola Bunny. You have a Gadget. I think that's her name from Rescue Rangers. Again, How Did You Know I Was a Furry? Um,
Happy anniversary. Thank you.
yes,
Hmm.
yes. Happy anniversary. Hug. Oh, hi, Shima. Hugs. Thank you, thank you, thank
Shima.
you. Yes, Shima. She's a friend of mine and also a fellow VTuber, too. I'm
Oh,
happy that you
cool.
came here. Again, more hugs.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, 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 no. Like I was saying, though, basically Western cartoon girls or women can be hot. I know a lot of people want
Yeah.
to shag, Marge Simpson, like you do, you boo. And like, well, sometimes it is done on purpose, like Dahlia from the Owl House, Ida from the Owl House. Everyone loves Ida, mostly because she reminds everyone of a certain awesome best girl in Tenchimuro.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's like both sides can do a great job when it comes to again, fan service or attractive characters. But sadly, here in the West, the females cannot have a panty shot. Which here's a little fun fact for you: Betty Boop was the OG character that brought the whole panty shots to life. Because like used to, she was meant for an older audience, and there would be moments where oopsie daisy, her panties are showing or her bra is showing, and it's funny how like we used to be a simple nation or whatever, but sadly down the road Karens had to make Karen noises, and well,
The
we can't.
most annoying people were suddenly like, the most annoying people were able to like have a say on what should go into entertainment.
Yeah, because remember, used to cartoon characters could smoke, like a cigarette or damn, cigar. Now we can't have that. Meanwhile, anime, they get to do that. I mean, granted,
Uh,
to an extent,
Certain
to
it
an
depends.
extent,
It
to an
depends.
extent, I said to an extent. I've watched
Yeah.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3. I know that, Jodo who can smoke because he's an adult.
Yep.
But
and
overall,
for
though,
kids though.
huh?
And for kids though.
Oh yeah, he
Four
has a
Kids just
fucking
edited
lollipop.
so much that they literally unintentionally just ruined the entire timeline. So funny.
Again,
It's like,
Brooke,
like
he,
for
he
Brooks, like, I remember, my dream is to play this musical recording to this magical iceberg.
yeah, and it's like,
It's like,
I
oh
do
shit,
want
we blew up that iceberg.
to, like, I do want to go to that alternate universe where Four Kids is still around and still doing it. Like, I want to know what would have happened there. Like, is Luffy going to be like, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, the
about that.
dumbasses that are cheering on the censorship of One Piece in certain countries, and are like acting. Well, this should be like the same for all the releases of this, and I'm like, you deserve to be put in a version of Earth where Four Kids continued releasing One Piece. Like
Oh,
that, you
yes.
deserve that.
Yes, hell, water.
Create
Oh, yes,
a,
yes.
an alternate reality. Put them in there.
Oh yes, and
Put
don't
them in that
forget
alternate
the
universe.
Navy had water guns. It's like, so
Or some bizarre like spring-loaded hammer.
yeah, and it's like again, and I'm pretty sure we
Uh.
all. Not my first introduction to Four Kids, which is funny. It was Pokemon, but they did Pokemon good, especially that intro. The I wanna be the very best. Like no one ever was. Like, where was that energy at? Because with One Piece, it's yo, gotta go, One Piece.
To be fair, the guy who made that rap became a One Piece fan and actually made an updated version of the One Piece rap that includes the new characters.
You know what? Massive props. I love to hear
Yeah.
that too. And also, oh yeah, Rono Zodo, not Zoro. It's like they were afraid of copyright, and it's like, oh god. But like, Bissell, what was your first introduction to